Awesome. Howdy, everyone. How y'all doing? Fun day so far? Cool. Well, I know it's towards the end of the day. I know it's getting a little bit late, a little bit tired, and maybe not everyone's had that afternoon coffee. So I'll try to keep it quick, concise, and snappy. But I'm super excited to be talking to y'all today about personalized videos, and more so, what does that even have to do with AI? So to kick things off, my name's Quinn Favre. I'm a Michigan born and raised native. So yesterday's game was really disappointing for me, despite probably being pretty exciting for some of y'all. Since then, I've spent time down in Austin, Texas, where I picked up the y'all, and now split my time between New York and San Francisco. So flashback probably 4 or 5 years ago, my current co-founder Hassan and I started working together, building AI foundational models, specifically with audio and voice synthesis. Now, we were building AI pretty long before it got cool, and this puts us in a really unique position where we've now generated a ton of AI videos, a ton of AI avatars, and a ton of AI voices. So this allows us to give some really good insights, advice, and learning on how you can use AI in today's world. So a little bit about Tavis too before we dive in. I am going to try to keep it as objective and unbiased as possible without looping too much in. But Tavis is an AI company that started back in 2020, actually generating AI synthetic videos. So you could actually generate a video of yourself without saying a word. Now, over the 4 or 5 years, we've raised a few rounds, went through Y Combinator, and are backed by quite a few amazing partners. And again, this is all helping us really push forward the boundaries of what we can do with AI videos in today's society. So let's dive in, talk a little bit about what are AI videos, how can you use them, and then we'll talk a little bit about what does that actually look like in your day-to-day life and workflow. So in today's world, businesses are facing a major problem. They simply cannot attract engagement of their audiences. Whether it's an e-commerce store trying to get you to buy something, whether it's an airport trying to get you to pay attention to something, whether it is a SaaS startup trying to get you to buy. It's really difficult because we're living in an attention economy where our attention means everything. And when you walk through an airport, when you walk through this room, there's 50 advertisements, 100 advertisements. There's things trying to attract your attention, trying to entertain you, trying to get you to do something. So companies are investing thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, and even in some cases, like Uber's, billions of dollars in getting you to use a platform, use a product, or take an action. Now, what we've seen over this time period is that in order to attract attention, you have to be producing relevant information, right? Relevancy is what differentiates us paying attention versus not paying attention. Relevancy creates engagement, it creates entertainment, and that's what's fascinating in today's world. Now, the traditional way of capturing relevancy is through personalization. And the old way of doing personalization is matching algorithms. Who in here has used TikTok in the past day or two? TikTok, Instagram, Reels? I know everyone's lying. There's only a few hands in here. It's got to be at least half of the group. But TikTok makes content feel so personalized to us because it's giving you content that's relevant to you. It's giving you content that you care about. And what TikTok and Reels do so well is that they give it to you in a video format, a video communication channel. And in today's world, video is actually now the primary mechanism for engaging with content and consuming and digesting media. So when you take personalization and you combine it with video, you're left with some pretty cool shit. So let's talk about what people do in today's world to solve this relevancy problem. And that's personalized videos. They can sit down, they can actually record a quick video, typically on Loom or Vidyard, spend maybe 30 seconds, 60 seconds going through and actually saying, hey there, Kyle, it's great to meet you. My name's Quinn, I was checking out your website. I wanted to reach out because of X, Y, and Z. And this is super incredible because not only is it giving your audience information in a medium that they consume, but it's actually creating personal and relevant content to them. And it's yielded some amazing results. 3x increase in response rates, 500% increase in number of meetings booked, and so much more. Again, giving you a leg up in that battle for engagement, for authenticity, for relevancy. Now, my co-founder and I found this out in a very particular way. It was one night back in 2019, 2020, and we were trying to figure out, we were working at a different company at the time, and we were trying to scale it. So we tried email, we tried LinkedIn, we tried SMS, just doing cold outbound. And it all worked okay, right? You look at the unsubscribe rates, the spam rates, and you just feel spammy. It doesn't matter if you get your 1% response rate that's celebrated in today's world. It just doesn't feel good. So I was talking to one of my marketing friends, and they suggested personalized videos. So I actually spent from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., recorded about 200 videos, all of them pretty similar, but again, scrolling someone's website, telling them why we would be relevant to them, and sent them out. The next morning, I got a call from Hassan at 9 a.m., which Hassan is never awake at 9 a.m. So I'm like, oh gosh, like, what's wrong? What did I break? What did I do? And I answered the phone, and he's like, what did you do? This is amazing. We have leads coming in left and right. And to us, that was the light bulb moment. Personalized videos actually work and drive amazing results, but in the world that we lived in, they're just not scalable. So you're forced to make a decision. Am I going to produce this personalized, engaging, and relevant content, or am I going to do it at scale? The cost was too high. And that's where Tavis comes in. What Tavis does is we're an AI video software that actually allows you to record once. So you can spend about 2 to 3 minutes recording your data and record a campaign. From there, we're actually able to take that video and customize and generate thousands, if not millions, of versions of that. So for example, you could say, hey there, friend's name. I was talking with your name, and they said that you should totally check out anything. Now, what we're able to do, and by the way, you can actually find this on our website where you can go in, generate a sample video, play around with it, and see how it comes back. But what we're able to do is generate this version for you or for your audience saying, hey there, Jackson, I was talking with Quinn, and they said you should totally check out the AI user conference. And we're able to add lip sync, voice synthesis, customized backgrounds, and so many more things to actually make this content feasible at scale with either integrations or the click of a button. Now, let's talk about how this actually works in the wild. So what you can do is you can feed in data from your CRM, from a data source, even from something as simple as an Excel sheet, to a pre-set up campaign, which you've done in the Tavis platform that took you a few minutes to do. And again, that campaign is fully customizable. You can include any type of data you want in it, any type of information you want in it. And then from there, generate thousands of versions. So for example, what you could do is if any of you are business owners, small business owners, or I'd like to learn more, you can automatically then through Tavis generate a personalized video for them from maybe the CEO or someone high up at the company who is really relevant to that person saying, hey, it's so great to meet you, Quinn. Thanks for reaching out to Tavis. I am really, really excited that you're interested, and I'm so excited to share more. That video then generates. And from there, within just 2 or 3 minutes, we're returning that pixel perfect video to your HubSpot, to your Salesforce, to whatever system you use, and actually sending it out via email, text, SMS, LinkedIn, or any other mechanism, which is quite incredible. And the best part is it pretty much works with any tool. So it's basically a software that plugs and plays with anything out there. So you can trigger a video to generate through any software, and then also send it through any software. So whether that's Braze, whether that's Instantly, MailChimp, or even Gmail. Thumbs up, thumbs down so far? So far, so good? Cool, thumbs up. So let's talk a little bit about how we structure Tavis videos and how we've learned to structure videos in general to make them really effective when you're sending them out. And these tips apply whether it's an AI video or a normal video. But of course, we're going to talk about it a little bit in the context of an AI video because that's what's fun today. Now, a typical Tavis video that works most effectively has 3 components. It has the landing page, where the video is actually stored and hosted. It has the background video, which actually looks like a screen share, so you see my LinkedIn profile behind Hassan. And then finally, you have the avatar AI, right, which is the actual video in that bottom right corner. Now, with a landing page, we work to make this really, really effective by doing quite a few things. So right off the bat, you can see it's fully white labeled. Right? Someone understands why it's for them and why it's relevant. There's titles, there are logos, there's colors. It's all geared at creating a consistent brand experience that someone identifies with and connects with. And more than that, it actually has ways that users can take action from the landing page directly to minimize the amount of clicks that someone needs to take. So You can embed a e-commerce checkout flow here, a Stripe payment link, a Calendly that someone can book directly on, and so much more. The final part of the landing page that's really important is analytics. We can tell when someone visits the landing page. We can tell when someone leaves the landing page, if they watched the video, if they didn't watch the video, where they dropped off. And you can create workflows based on that to follow up and create even more hyper-relevant, hyper-personalized content for them. Now, after the landing page comes the background. The video is a super, super important part, clearly. But what also matters is actually what's being shown, right? What is the visual messaging behind it, not just what you're saying. And with AI personalized videos, it's super important to either use a background to capture attention, right? To help get someone to watch the video. In this case, if I saw my LinkedIn profile, I'd be like, wow, that's really interesting. I wonder what this is about. It's probably really relevant for me. Or in order to convey a message better, which is things like actually including a product demo or screenshots of maybe a home that you toured in real estate. Now, with Tavis, we're actually able to scrape these backgrounds dynamically. So let's say that you wanted to reach out to a list of 10,000 salespeople in San Francisco. You could provide a list of their websites, and we'd be automatically able to put those in the background. So again, each video is coming across as personalized and relevant to that user. Now, finally, the secret sauce, that video in the bottom right corner, or in some cases, full screen. This video is really, really incredible. And I want to give a few tips on how to actually make videos really effectively. So right off the bat, videos should be under 60 seconds. People don't pay attention after 60 seconds unless it's super, super relevant to them. And in most cases, that's not it, right? So the very first thing is in that 60 seconds, including a hook. Why should someone keep watching after the first second or two? Immediately, we're filtering. Is this relevant for me? Is this not relevant for me? Right? And that's why I tried to attract all of y'all's attention in the first few seconds, right? Because if you said, hey, this chat's probably a little boring internally in the first 7 seconds subconsciously, you wouldn't be paying attention right now, right? So that hook is critical. Now, after the hook comes the body and the context. And this is where you're starting to talk a little bit more about what is relevant, right? What is the message? What am I showing you? And then finally, once you start to reach that 45, 60 second mark, talking about how to take action, right? Okay, now that you know what I want from you and why it's relevant to you, what do you actually want me to do? Right? So things like, let's book a time, let's connect, let's chat. So if I said, hey there, I could actually change it to say, howdy y'all, if I want to send it to people in Texas, for example. We do lip sync, so variables that are shorter or longer in your scripts, again, seem natural and the video is expanding or contracting accordingly. And then of course, the most exciting part is custom templates. And the custom templates just mean any script that you want to say. There's no drag and drop. You write it yourself and you create it yourself. So we work with companies in sales and marketing world, which is an obvious one. We work with entertainment companies, so cruise ships, airlines, logistics, where they're actually using this for different experiences and product experiences. We work with customer success teams who are using this in product-led growth motions. We work with e-commerce shops who use this for abandoned cart workflows. Even think all the way to education, where people are creating different lesson plans for their students, or healthcare, where doctors are sending personalized advice and information to the people that they see, or post-op directions. And the use cases really are limitless. And that's the most exciting part about not just Tavis, but AI videos in general. As soon as someone typically understands what an AI video is and how they can use it, their mind starts racing, right? They're dreaming with it. They're coming up with millions of different use cases. So whether it's some of the examples I gave before, or my co-founder's favorite example is when you get off the Iron Man ride in Disney World, it's a video of Tony Stark saying, hey there, Jackson, thanks so much for riding the ride. We really loved having you today. So excited, let's ride it again, right? Or like I said, in my favorite use case where it's a teacher creating a specialized reading plan or information for an elementary school student to make them more engaged, help them advance, etc. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. There are hundreds, thousands more receive. And so what does the future of AI video really look like? Right, I've told you a little bit about what we're doing today. We're creating custom scripts that you can customize and add personalization components to. But really, this is only the start. As the world continues to move into AI and video as a primary delivery channel, what's happening is the scripts have to not only be more and more personalized and relevant, which means full avatar creation and full text to video, not just segments of it, But also, we have to find better ways to collect the data, inform the data, and actually use that data. So what Tavis is working on is moving closer to the data layer, such as Segment or your CRM, and being able to take that data and actually make it relevant. So let's say, someone in the audience went to UT Austin. What we can now say is, instead of, hey, saw you went to UT Austin, we can say, hey, saw you were at UT Austin, hook 'em, saw the game last week was incredible, and wanted to reach out because of XYZ. So we're taking data and we're making it relevant. And then the second part is we're moving closer to the integration layer, where you're now actually able to send these videos more efficiently, more effectively, and at the right time for your prospects, for your audience. We're super excited to be leading the way on AI videos, and it's crazy how much the space has changed in the past 2 or 3 years alone, nonetheless the last decade. And over the next year, this is really just the start. There is so much going on, so many companies and builders popping up. So if you'd like to build with us, if you'd like to build on our platform, or if you'd like to use our platform, I definitely invite you to follow the URL, check out our website, you can see some samples. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. And of course, at any time, feel free to reach out. My email is just quinn@tavis.io. I'd be happy to chat more, happy to share how you can build Tavis into your products to create custom personalized workflows, experiences, etc. And otherwise,